Hello, this is another edition of the Stuart Dahl Show, starring myself, Stuart Dahl. Um, it is, uh, it's a somewhat cool Monday and cloudy Monday afternoon. Um, what was I gonna say? Right now in the NHL playoffs, it looks like Calgary may be the Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup because Calgary's not doing any good. So, well, it might as well be Montreal because Montreal hasn't won a Stanley Cup since 1993, the year my girlfriend Erica O'Brien was born. But what do you expect? Like every single year, it's always been an American team, and but oh well. Hopefully, Montreal can pull it off and become the first Canadian team to win a Stanley Cup since they won it back in 1993. What else? Right now in the world, it seems like, for example, at the Victory Day celebrations for the celebration of the end of the Second World War and the defeat of Nazi Germany, it seems like the only leader who went to the Victory Day celebration in Moscow was my home country, Germany's leader, Angela Merkel, which is pretty sad. Like, I understand, most Western countries don't agree with Russia's so-called involvement in eastern Ukraine and the annexation of the Crimea Peninsula. Yeah, I think this whole thing is a load of horse crap. Like, seriously, like, Victory Day is supposed to be a day where most world leaders, and that get together in Moscow's Red Square to celebrate the end of World War II and the defeat of Nazi Germany. Like really, really, you Western countries are gonna, really are gonna boycott Russia because of their so-called involvement in Eastern Ukraine and the annexation of the Crimea Peninsula. Bullshit. Like, really? Uh, you know. And sometimes I really and the one thing I absolutely bloody hate every single day I go out, I somehow encounter a stupid bloody driver. Like, I swear, some people in the city of Winnipeg don't know how to to effing drive because they're on no they're oh they're taking a phone call or they're texting or da 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 da. Well, you know what? For these stupid drivers in the city of Winnipeg, you can all just, as far as I'm concerned, all you can just, go piss right off. Because, really, we really don't need stupid drivers in the city of Winnipeg. Yeah, here's a really good idea. Why don't you stupid drivers that are on the roads here in Winnipeg, why don't you all just bloody not be on the road in the first frickin' place? Then people won't, get pissed off at you all the time. Um, like, really, like, it amazes me the stupidity of some drivers in the city of Winnipeg. Like, really, like, for example, like, if you're, even if it's during rush hour, like people are just driving along, all the suddenly hear, it's basically code word, move the F out of the way. Because if, like, it amazes me the stupidity of some drivers, especially when it comes to the rush hour and that, when there's, even if there's rush hour and there's emergency vehicles going by, make an attempt to move the frick out of the way. Like, really? Like, all these calls and that firefighters, paramedics, and police officers make are life and death. And some people in this bloody city are so stupid in the head. And yes, this is for all you stupid drivers. And I think there's a proper definition for some drivers in the city. Dummkopf, which in German means stupid head. And that. But that's just my opinion. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But oh well, whatever. Anyways, other than that, like it seems like the world's gone really really nutty these days and that, like, ever since September 11th, 2001, when these so-called a-holes, yes, I'm calling these people who crashed a plane into the World Trade Center a-holes, because they kind of deserve it, and that, like, it seems like the world's been so chaotic since then, and like even like these days, the world's still chaotic. There's these like so-called young people who are being radicalized by these Islamic extremist groups like ISIS, and that, like, really, for you young people, if you're stupid enough and you go off to join ISIS, say if you're from like any country like Canada, the United States, Germany, France, any Western country in the world, even in North America and Europe, if you go off and join ISIS, then either A, you're plain stupid in the head, and that, because you should know the consequences if you dare come back into any of these countries that you lead to go join ISIS. Well, not only you'll be arrested on the spot, you'll be arrested on terrorism related charges, and that'll be your own frickin' fault. And that, so, and in some countries, in that, like in most countries have the death penalty. Some of them don't. You get life in prison. But in some countries, in that, you get the death penalty. Like, say, like in Indonesia, for example. If you get caught, doing some terrorism like act, you can expect not only to be tried, but you can also expect it to be executed in one of two ways. Either one, by hanging, where they hang you by a rope around your neck, or two, they put you in front of a firing squad. And that, like, it really seems like this entire world has gone completely nuts, and that. And some people just don't frickin' care, and that. And there's some soldiers in that from some countries that do die for for peace, freedom, security, and like for example, like since September 11, 2001, Canada, like for example, Canada and the United States, they've been in Afghanistan for for almost a decade. You know, trying to secure the country and that. Root out the Taliban and root out Al Qaeda and stuff and that. And sometimes like it seems to work, but unfortunately, if you go off to a country and that like if you go off to war to a certain country like Afghanistan, you could expect to you basically if you serve for like any country, doesn't matter. Could be Canada, could be Canada, could be the United States, could be Germany, could be France. It doesn't matter. If you're sent off to a conflict zone, yeah, you should expect to pay the ultimate price with your life. Whether they die by like in a firefight with guns, or they say they're killed in a grenade attack or a suicide bombing attack, which some people in some countries do resort to, in that, which like really like what the fudge are you doing that for? And that it just seems the entire world's been really chaotic. Yeah, yeah, and also right now in Germany, a 93-year-old former SS non-commissioned SS officer is being on trial for. He's being charged with over 300 counts of accessory to murder because he was the accountant at the former Auschwitz concentration camp, aka the factory of death, and that. But some people do show compassion, but oh well. But the thing is this guy's 93. Like if he gets the maximum sentence, like if he gets the maximum, say of like 15 years in prison, he ain't gonna last that long because he's 93 and that. But oh well, what do you expect? The world's a chaotic place these days. With all these terrorists and all these nutty people and that. Well, this has been another edition of the Stuart Dahl Show. For you young people, stay out of trouble, stay in school, and you'll do very well. So I am signing off for now. Y'all have a good evening, and hopefully I will make another video tonight, if not tomorrow, whichever comes first. So for now, Alvia Zane, and peace.